nice camera, but it's not self-leveling. That Carl Street, New Haven.
Yep. I've never heard of it.
Never heard of what?
Carl Street.
Is that why you said it that way to me?
Yeah.
Carl.
Carl.
It's funny.
Must have been someone's last name back in the day or something.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure it was.
Unless he didn't like his family and named it after his first name.
Old towels I didn't take out from yesterday. All frozen.
Oh yeah.
And we can wipe up some of the floor with that. Oh, man. Yep, they're frozen all right. Wow. Okay. So let's get a clear picture on this thing. There we go. Much better.
Yep. 2020.
Well, you know what? It's curving down like it's a sanitary. If it was a storm, chances are it wouldn't be curving down like that. So that's a really good sign that we're where we're supposed to be.
Okay.
Like I said, with the caps at the wall, the storm is going to be a straight line going down no matter how old the house is. The sanitary is going to have a 90 degree on it, and this has got a 90 degree, so it really has to be the sanitary.
And what's the reason for the storm drain going straight? Isn't that not as great as the foundation, or where does the water go?
The water all comes to that clean out area right under it, and it collects the water from all around the house.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So this is your cast iron pipe here.
Yep.
It looks really good for its age. It really does.
Okay.
So cast iron pipe scales like a snake. So the walls get crusty and it falls in when as the walls get thinner, that falls on the bottom, gets washed out into the city sewer. So we got to look at all this and say, okay, how much integrity does this line still have?
Okay.
So then when it connects to the clay pipe, sometimes these older houses will be all cast iron all the way out. I'd rather see that because what happens with the clay pipe is that just deteriorates like a normal metal, and then the coupling connections that hold the sections together get deteriorated, and that's how the tree root gets it.
Okay.
Starts moving stuff around. Just so you know.
Do you know what way this is going right now?
I don't, but with this being at this foundation wall, it's probably going out the back.
Okay.
I'm going to find out because I'm going to locate it. I have a locator that locates my camera head.
Yeah, they haven't taken a shit in a while.
You know what? It's pretty damn clean, this cast iron area. So that tells you a couple things. If you don't see any water in the bottom and there's nothing holding back, it's been laid right. You know, it's holding its pitch. Should be a 1/4 inch every foot going out for proper drainage. Looks like this is going to be all cast iron. Nope, I'm wrong. That right there is your clay pipe.
Okay.
Actually, I'm not sure, but this looks like this could be PVC pipe. So somebody might have. Yeah, it is PVC. Somebody replaced this.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, it is PVC. Just dirty.
So is that better?
Oh yeah, because as long as that's laid right, you know, it doesn't deteriorate, of course. Where's that coming from?
I don't know.
Okay.
Looks like a little worm or something.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but nothing to worry about. Back to, so they replaced the section because now it's going back to the clay pipe.
Okay.
And that you see there in the bottom is just like this, the Fernco.
Okay.
When you're going from one material to another, they always use the Fernco.
You seal it.
Mm-hmm. So here, look at that. That
Oh.
is a ton of tree root right there. Wow.
Yeah, that thing's like black.
Wow. Yeah. Well, I got my camera through it. So now what we need to do so that we can see it again is why don't you
Flush something?
no turn your kitchen sink on.
Okay.
Full blast cold.
Yeah.
A lot of times there'll be just enough room for a camera to go through, right?
Yeah.
The whole thing is tree root, but there's just enough room for the camera to go through.
Okay.
And when you look at that blockage, you go, how's paper, toilet paper, and everything getting through there, right?
Yeah.
Well, I got a friend that lives downriver, and it's an older house with 2-foot sections of sewer line going out, and 90%, every single connection was 90% blocked, 90%.
Damn.
And I'm like, I said, how is toilet paper getting through there? I said, how's water getting through there, dude? It's amazing. Just sits in there and breaks down until it can go through, right? Come on, water. 84 feet out takes a little while to get there.
Yeah. Furnace cranky.
Yep. Sounds good. Sounds clean. I've been doing this for about 14 years, and I work with home inspectors all the time, and there's two guys that I refer heavily because they're the best of the best. And
Yeah.
the one guy's an architect, so
He knows. Yeah.
you know, he is so anal. But that's what you want, right? You want somebody that's going to get the most minute things all the way to the worst.
Yep.
And I learned a lot from those guys. I could pretty much do a home inspection myself, I think.
Yeah.
Watching them, listening to them, asking questions. It's because they learn from me too. You know, they're like, what is that? You know, what? That doesn't look good. No. I was on one. Where was I at? I think in Wyandotte. And there's this orange thing, like this, going through the line. They're like, what is that? I said, you don't want to know.
What was it?
A contractor came through and was putting fiber optic lines in, and they bored right through the sewer line. No, I mean right through it. You got all this area, you know, let's say you got from here to the, even if it's this wide, you got all this and you hit a 6-inch line
Yeah.
and went through it on a diagonal like that. So they had the city inspector come out and he goes, yep, they bored right through that son of a bitch. I said, yep. So they had to find out who did it, first of all, have the company come back and pay for the dig to,
Damn.
you know, they should know where the lines are. Okay, water, where are you at, man? It's taking way too long to get here. Seeing something. Here we go. So we'll let that water keep going, and it's going to clean that whole area so that when we get all the way out and I locate where the city sewer tap is, when we come back we'll be able to see all that.
Okay.
So here's a little bit more.
Roots. probably right in the separator thing like you were talking
Yeah,
about.
well, here's the problem I see is, why is that? Yeah, that's not good. So it's clay to clay, so no reason for this, and that connection is broke. Right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump this, we're going to come back and look at that, but I want to get all the way out first. Look at that.
Another one.
Well, now it's kind of making me wonder, did they use Fernco's? Which would make no sense, because the only reason that would make sense is if we were on a turn or something like that and they had a reason to use that.
Yep.
When it's straight pipe to straight pipe, there's really no reason to use that. So what I'm going to say is this section right here, before we get to that section, that whole section has dropped.
Okay.
Yep, that's what it was, because now we see that this is normal here.
Yep.
And here comes the city sewer. Here comes the drop to the city sewer. Now it's going to drop down. Anybody ever show you this stuff before?
I've seen it once.
Oh,
I've
okay.
only ever had one other, and that was down in Grosse Pointe.
So you're all over the place too.
Yep.
I'm everywhere, dude. I do work for Limbach Mechanical, so I do the Michigan State buildings, Amazon warehouses, Little Caesars Arena I did.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I did that when it was just a skeleton, actually.
That's pretty sweet.
Somebody came into the area with a high-low when they put all the piping in and the dirt, packed the dirt down, runs into the wrong area with a high-low. Dude, he destroyed so much shit.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm going through, it's a brand new line. I go through, gusher coming down, I'm like, here's one, here's another one. The manager out there came up to me and said, man, if he would have just came and told me that he did this, that he ran the high-low through the wrong area, I wouldn't have a problem. We put 2 feet of concrete on the floor.
Oh, now you gotta go through that shit.
Yep, now we gotta dig it all up. Okay, so there's the city sewer, right there with the water going that way.
Okay.
That connection looks really good, so we're gonna come back now and get to the top of the drop. See how my camera's going like this?
Yep.
We're in the drop. And right here, somewhere, right there is the top of the drop. So I'm gonna go locate that. And that all looks really good. Most important thing, right? Because it's the deepest, most expensive to replace.
Okay.